Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl, Miss Tink. That's M-I-Z-Z, not M-I-S-S. Yes, we are here to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta and Miami Spice. So I'm finna do this before I get ready to go to work or whatever. Okay, so anyways, it picks up where we left off, whatever. They turning up with Glenn and, Tammy's nephews or whatever, girl, whatever, Miami Connect, like all the other YouTubers say. I agree. So, they all turn it up. They go back to the house, of course, and, Glenn already, in his little feelings because behind what Kenya did was snapping at him or whatever. And I agree, Kenya did apologize, y'all. This is going to be probably one of very few times I'm going to be on Kenya's side because I was on her side in this episode. Yes, I was. So, like I said, Glenn was in his feelings from them. So they go back to the house or whatever. They all turning up and having a good time or whatever. Glenn, he's still in his feelings because obviously he don't know Candy like that because I don't think Candy was being rude or whatever. He gives congratulations to Candy being pregnant or whatever. And then Candy was like, okay. And it's just how Candy talks or whatever. And he takes offense to that and start going off on Candy. You don't handle her like that. You do not know her like that. And I'm glad Candy was like, let me just be quiet. Girl, please. Because you don't need that stress, baby. Your time. So, she just most likely got on the phone and called her man. I would have too. So then, go over to the jacuzzi. He all up in Sheree face or whatever. And then, that's when, they all see Tammy getting up at the pool. And that's when I guess Kenya made the I guess the statement calling her auntie or whatever. And then Glenn took offense to that and just started going off. Like, what? He just went straight to the left, and I'm like, boo-boo, no ma'am. Like, just going off and calling them bitches and stuff, and like, Candy looking like, okay. So she gets out of the jacuzzi, goes talk to Candy and Kim, and, let them know what's going on or whatever, and they agree, like, he needs to go. So then that's when Tammy comes around, and I'm just, going, not blow by blow, but what stuck out to me. Tammy comes around, they talk to her about it. Tammy also agrees, oh boy acting like that, he gotta go. So that's when, he's steady going off and everything like that. Tammy goes over there and tells them they gotta go, and they all looking like, what? Phaedra and all of them, because, Portia, she, having a good time with Oliver. Oliver almost bust his ass. I was like, oh, okay. Portia ass looking nice in that damn bikini too, by the way. But since they had to go whatever, Sheree go over there and was like, what's up, and started blaming it on Kenya. Like, girl, whatever. Just because old boy can't pay no more attention to your dusty ass do not mean anything, okay? The dude was being disrespectful. He need to go. Like, what? And then Phaedra, how dare you sit up here and be on their side? Like, no, I don't care if you don't have, or should I say, I don't care if you have previous issues with Kenya, like woman to woman. He was being disrespectful. He got to go, girl. No, ma'am. You're doing a little bit too much, okay? Maybe that's how you like Apollo to handle you, but baby, this ain't Apollo, okay? And he ain't talking to you. I'm just saying, it's called womanhood, girl. Anyways, let's go and get into it. So, as they escorting him out, Kenya let him know, like, you being very uncomfortable, whatever. And he rolls up on Kenya and stuff. I'm like, baby. Security get up in his face or whatever. Tammy tried to jump in or whatever. And that's when he just pushed, like, douche the hell out of Tammy. I was like, damn. Like, and Tammy just flung. She was like, ah. I was heartbroken. I was like, somebody get her. And, Kenya was like, oh my goodness. Like, everybody was like, oh my goodness. Of course, security jumped on Glenn ass and got his ass the hell up out of there. I'm like, I know that's right, okay? So they all checking up on Tammy, giving her some ice, making sure she okay. Tammy wake up like, where Glenn? I was like, oh, Lord Jesus. Glenn gone, girl. Glenn gone. I'm just saying. Everybody like, what the fuck going on? Candy go ask Kenya what happened. Kenya basically let it know, like, this, he was tripping. He was doing too much, which he was. Candy agrees or whatever. And then that's when Cynthia, goes over and talks to Kenya or whatever about what happened and talking about how she feel bad. And that's when Kenya and Cynthia go back and forth because I agree with Kenya. This is not your fault. It was his fault. You shouldn't even feel bad or whatever. Yeah, granted, Tammy is your friend, but those are her nephews, okay? So don't feel bad. She brought them over and they agreed to bring them over. You didn't do anything, Cynthia, okay? So, no. So, I felt where Kenya was coming from. They go back and forth or whatever, and she was like, you know what? I'm just going to go check on her. Granted, yeah, go check on her, but it still wasn't your fault. And even Candy agrees. So, I'm just saying. So, Phaedra, like I said, blaming Kenya for it or whatever, saying that she added fuel to the fire. No, ma'am. Boom, wrong for that. And Phaedra, you wrong to even think that. Then Portia asked what happened. Everybody talking or whatever. And they, of course, so far everybody blaming Kenya. No, ma'am. It wasn't Kenya again. It was Glenn. Then that's when Candy, because when they meet up with Kenya, they spoke their piece. Candy lets them know, he was tripping how he handled her. So I'm guessing since Candy, and since she's pregnant, said now everybody want to believe whatever. It was old boy fault. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Kim, she just said, you know what, I ain't got time to deal with this. She packs her shit up and she gone. I'm like, all right, girl, get the hell up out. Get back to your man. You missed your man anyways, calling him about SpaghettiOs and all that shit. Girl, enjoy your time. So she gone. So it is what it is. Let's go and get to the next scene. Alright, so after Kim went to go get a hotel the next morning, Candy, you know, she packing her stuff up. She leaving. Todd ready for her to go. She on the phone with Todd. Todd like, bring your ass home. Then that's when Kenya brings her breakfast and, you know, checking up on her. And they talk about, you know, what happened while Kenya was asleep. Apparently, Tammy came back to the house. And that's when, you know, Cynthia come in and they all talking about it because Shamara, everybody else still asleep or whatever. And, you know, and I was like, what? They show that video. Oh, my God. When I tell you that Tammy looked like a damn zombie, and Kenya, you wrong calling her children of the cornrows. Lord, that was a good one. But like Tammy looking like just out of there. I'm like, oh my God, at that door. I'm like, oh Lord, had a bathrobe and some slippers on. But you know, security made her go to the hotel because they was afraid about the guys coming back or whatever. And then Cynthia saying she feeling some type of way because they watching the video. Well, Cynthia, if you felt some type of way, why you sat there and watched the whole thing? Whatever, girl, I guess. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Candy, you know, she leaving, she going back home, and everybody else is turning up, having a good time. And, you know, they finna go see the rest of Miami and the Hummers or whatever. And it looked like they had a good time, you know. They, Kenya mentioned that Kim was Debbie Downer, which I agree, she all gone. And it looked like they all was having a good time. Portia's having her day with Oliver, and they all just, you know, turning up. Good vibes. They invite Tammy to come over for dinner because, you know, they're gonna, you know, have dinner at the house. And I thought that was really sweet or whatever. And then after that, it was really nice. So I was like, hey, it's good to see the kumbaya moments after they got rid of the riffraff, even though, you know. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, early in the day, whatever, Sheree was working out. Phaedra goes talk to Sheree. They talk about everything that happened last night. And for some reason, they blaming Kenya, too. Like, what the hell? And then they have this whole Black Lives Matter moment, you know. I mean, Phaedra crying, talking about Mike Brown and all of this stuff. And I'm like, okay, Phaedra. I mean, kudos to mentioning those, you know, Mike Brown and Sandra Bland and all that. But, girl, I don't think this was the time because it was not Kenya's fault yet again. It was Glenn. Okay, girl, I guess, whatever. I just want to put that out there now. Yeah, let's go and get to the next scene. Alright, back in Atlanta, Kim is with her husband. You know, they all through the park, whatever. He pushing the stroller. I was like, oh, okay. And then they bring up what happened at the in Miami, whatever. And Kim blaming, talking about Kenya instigating. I was like, oh, Lord, I stopped paying attention or whatever. That was just boring. Kim, you just wanted to be home in my book. You don't need this show, girl. You don't. I'm just saying. Back in Miami, Portia's getting ready, whatever. They're cooking dinner, and I thought that was really cute of them, you know. Everybody having a good old time and stuff. Portia's dress was cute, you know. They, you know, and the food looked good. I wonder what they was cooking. It was nice to see everybody come together, you know, chop it on up, chop it on up. I was like, oh, that was cute. And that was funny also that Portia called Cynthia Miss Daisy, whatever, when they went on that sightseeing in the Hummers. I thought that was cute, too. It was nice to see everybody getting along. Portia go out with Oliver. They get the table ready for Tammy. I don't think Tammy even showed up. Portia and Oliver date was actually cute. They had a good time. Caught off guard about talking about a kiss, but eventually at the end of the day he got the kiss, so there's gonna be a second date. I was like, oh. Portia come back home, everybody sleeping, knocked out, but I thought it was cute how they tried to stay up and wait for her. She told the girls about the date. Everybody was really happy, you know, at the end of the day, and then they got up and gave each other hugs and breast bumps. I was like, oh, that is so cute, you know. Yeah, I like when they have the kumbaya moments despite all the shade that they might throw at each other, so I thought that was really cute. Let's go and get to the next scene, y'all. All right, everybody back in Atlanta. Phaedra getting ready for work. Kim's with her husband and the kids, you know, they doing their thing. Kenya working on the house or whatever, and then we see Todd talking to his daughter Kayla. You know, she's 18. You know, apparently she well adjusted to Atlanta now. She got her job. She doing what she got to do, get in school, whatever. Get it, girl. She wants to go back to New York for Thanksgiving to be with her mom and her boyfriend. And Todd is like, whoa. Candy come downstairs asking what they talking about. He brings up the whole boyfriend situation. I was like, oh, Lord. Then they talk about the trip and how things was between her and Phaedra. You know, how Phaedra, you know, brings up her double-sided. One minute she all prim and proper, next minute she all turned up. But they was able to talk a little bit more or whatever. But Candy still thinks that Phaedra owed Todd the money. So, you know, she's still sticking by her man or whatever. And I was like, hey, Todd was like, you shouldn't have been in the first place with all that drama. So, you know, Candy agrees. all that girls trip stuff is over and done with. And then they try to go back to what Kayla was talking about with her thing, you know, how, you know, she got a buddy pass on and stuff. Kayla didn't really want to hear it. They all walk away, and Candy first leading, and then Kayla was like, don't leave me with him. And I was like, oh, that's cute. I was like, oh, it's so cute between them two, you know. Family being well adjusted, all right, and, you know. After that, Kim and Kenya, they meet up. They meet up, and they's talking about the whole thing that happened at the trip or whatever, and then about how, you know, Kim, you know, Kim says she, you know, made it for whatever trips, and not Candy, but Kenya looking like, yeah, girl, whatever, you made it half a trip or whatever, because you know how she was and left. But Kim basically said, look, when I don't feel comfortable, I'm leaving. I don't want to be around all that. It is what it is. I don't want to be around all that. And I'm like, I feel where you come from. You're uncomfortable, you gotta go or whatever. And then first, Kenya was like, yeah, whatever, and this, all that stuff, you know, but then they agree to disagree. Basically, Kenya was like, so you just basically left because you was raised, because of you was uncomfortable, not because of your husband. And Kim was just basically like, yeah, but my thing is, Kim, how you gonna sit up here and say it was Kenya's fault or whatever? You was not there in the jacuzzi. No, you was not. Like, roll back them cameras. You was not there in that jacuzzi. It was Sheree, Phaedra, and Kenya in that jacuzzi with them dudes. You was not there. You was looking from afar. So how do you know what even happened or transpired in that jacuzzi? So, girl, please miss me with that. Like, all of y'all was trying to come at Kenya except for Candy. And Portia, you know, she, you know, once she heard Candy's side, all of y'all trying to blame, except, and Cynthia, all of y'all try to blame, as far as Phaedra and Sheree and Kim, try to blame, you know, Kenya for all this, and it wasn't her fault at all. I mean, she was just sticking up for everybody, and you know, she don't even fuck with y'all like that, and y'all just, what? I mean, no. I mean, this would be probably one of very few times, like I said in the beginning, of me being on Kenya's side, but I felt her, dude, you acting crazy, you need to go. Like, you need to leave. You being uncomfortable, you being disrespectful, you cussing me out, you getting your feelings over what? You don't even know me like that, okay? You claim that you is, you know what I'm saying, Tammy's nephew, but whatever, you probably a little bit, I guess, or whatever. You over there trying to Ray Rice a motherfucker and all this shit. I'm like, what? No, like, yeah, he needed to go. So I was all on Kenya's side on this one, y'all. But anyways, that's how, you know, this episode ended. Next week looked like it's gonna be pretty good. This week was looking good, as far as what I saw. And I mean, Glenn, whatever, you like, you done fucked up a few bitches or two in your time of day. I'm just saying, Glenn, baby, you still going to training camp? Because after you showed your ass for this, and then again, Tammy, this is probably why you lost your peace, because your ass sitting up there inviting people that you claim as family to these events, and they don't even know how to act. I'm just saying, I don't blame Tammy because she probably didn't see that coming, but baby, you need to know who you deal with. I'm just saying, because that could have went worse, and you wonder why you don't got a beach. It is what it is, y'all, but hey, again, like I said, that's the end of my review. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm Miss Tink. That's M-I-Z-Z, not M-I-S-S. Check out my sister's website. Of course, check out my girl T website. Hey, y'all check out my cousin's website and his blog blog post site. His name is Tremaine. Y'all check out. That'll be on the screen. Check out my girl Tamaya. Check out my girl Jasmine Washington. Check out, of course, JustinJ1232.com. And, of course, check out official Mezurashii. Please, I hope I say that. Her music page. Y'all check her out. I'm getting all tongue-tied or whatever. It's been a very long day. Christmas shopping out the ass, y'all. And let me tell you, I still didn't find anything. So hopefully I go tomorrow. But my feet hurt and I gotta go to work tonight for 8 hours. Oh, y'all pray for me. I'm gonna make it. But anyways, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and share yet again. The channel's Natural Pose Sister TV. Y'all have a blessed one. All right. And happy holidays and Merry Christmas. All right, y'all. Bye.